Hi, this is Chris Wong here with a video about overtraining and the negative effects of the reproductive health. So for this video, I'm mostly talking about erectile dysfunction, but overtraining can affect females' reproductive health. Like there could be a loss of period for months, and it will take some time for it to restore. I find that when the training sessions take too long, or they're way too intense, and even talking to some other people, the session for having intercourse with your partner is not going to go well, because being in the overtrained state, it affects testosterone. So testosterone and growth hormone drop, while cortisol will be higher on a constant basis, and then over time it's going to deplete the adrenals, the thyroid, and those also have a part involved in the reproductive organs and your hormones as well. So other people try to preach for making sure the workouts stay 1 hour, and I do recommend that as well. I don't think most of the times there's any more benefits for the average person to train more than an hour per day, because of the hormonal changes that can happen after training for more than an hour, especially if the workout is intense. Now there could be like a discrepancy between like whether you try to do 10 sets of squats within an hour, or if you do 10 sets of squats with the same weight and it takes you 2 hours to finish it. Is the second choice going to give you lower testosterone and a higher cortisol and increase your chance of overtraining? I guess that's another question to think about in the future. But I guess part of it has to do with being in a training state longer for the day compared to a resting state. So the main problem these days is chronic stress. And I think in that case, if the session is 2 hours compared to 1 hour for the same amount of squats, thinking about like being in the gym for 2 hours, exerting yourself for 2 hours, it's going to produce a more higher cortisol throughout the day, because your body will be working out for 2 hours compared to 1 hour. And from my own experience, I find that when a workout takes more than 1 hour, I feel different. Like it may feel like I'm getting the muscle building benefits because I feel like I'm working so hard in the gym. But then when I'm done working out, I actually feel a lot better when my workout was done in 1 hour compared to done in 2 hours. So I think that's where like erectile dysfunction takes place in very long training sessions. The workout for having it that long will affect performance later, because the body's been in the stress state longer. Also, there's some people who believe that if you manage to finish 10 squats or 10 sets of squats within an hour with short resting time, it does create that anabolic growth, because being out of breath and also train the a little bit of the cardiovascular system from the short rest periods is beneficial for the growth hormone, the testosterone, as long as you're not overtrained. And the next subtopic I'll talk about is rep ranges. What's the best rep range in order to minimize chances of erectile dysfunction? You know, after hearing some videos about how training for 1 rep max all the time, or doing like heavy rep singles, can increase chance of frying your nervous system. When the nervous system is fried up, that also affects the hormonal system as well, which could also increase chances of erectile dysfunction. So that's why people have been recommending to do higher rep sets. Like even for like powerlifters and strongmen, I think some of them, they don't always train at the max all the time, even though for some competitions, that's actually part of the competition, well, especially for powerlifting. But to do like 1 rep maxes all the time, unless you have like really good recovery, the nerve system is not going to recover fast enough for majority of people, especially with people who are very busy these days with work, family, social events, and having to get like housework done. There's no like perfect rep range, but I think training in the 3 to 10 rep range will be ideal, and even up to 15 reps will be good for some people. But when it comes to like doing more than 15 or 20 reps for a lot of exercises, I think there could be problems with erectile dysfunction if it takes too long to finish the sets and get like a decent workout out of it, compared to like doing in the rep range of say 3 to 10 reps. But even 3 reps could be quite heavy for some people. So if it does cause erectile dysfunction by training 3 rep sets on a regular basis, then I would say try 6 reps and just bring the weight down, and then try to make sure like there's multiple sets in the workout, and try to improve cardiovascular system as well. And then last thing I'll talk about too is like when in an overtrained state, negative emotions can go up and you may not think about it as well. So like anxiety, depression, irritability go up too. So if you're in the middle of performing with your partner, and all of a sudden it's like you're trying to switch positions, and then you get a little bit stressed out, but then because you're in an overtrained state, you feel more stressed out. Or it could be a situation when you're performing, you're a bit tired, and then you soften up a bit, and then what happens is you feel more anxious because now you cannot maintain it, and then that shrinks it down much faster as well. And in an overtrained state, the negative emotions can go up, so then you can't finish, and then you feel disappointed. Another thing to think about too is that if you're training on a regular basis and you cannot perform in the bedroom as well as taking a week off, then chances are it could be overtraining. So if you have to take a week off on a regular basis just to perform better in the bedroom, then I would say the training session could be way too intense, or it could be not effective in order to have gains in the gym. But you got to assess your own training programs. So if that's something you want to do, like if you want to perform intense but you're making results, but at the same time you're sacrificing like pleasure time with your partner, then that's something you got to pay the price for. But if there's no gains in the gym and your performance is very poor in the bedroom too, then I would say the training program is too intense and it's not effective in order to make gains in the gym, outside the gym, and to improve performance in the bedroom.